All right, here we are, day 47, and they got a ton more stuff done today, lots more progress on the framing. It kind of all blurs together to me as to where they ended yesterday and where they started today. Um, and I think they had a lot of the walls up and some of uh, the from where I'm standing, the left to right beams on the roof done. But obviously they have a lot more walls up than they did yesterday, and at least I think they added walls. And then they were just when they were working, and we just kept watching them, and they kept going and going and going, and we worked I think like an 11-hour day. But I saw them starting to put boards up on the roof, so you can see they have all of these. I guess are those rafters, or I'm not really sure. So whatever, the ones that are going across the direction from the main beams there. So anyways, they started putting those up, and I was like, well, maybe they'll get maybe they started putting the decking up there on the top of the roof, and I thought, well, maybe they'll get all the decking done today. And then they kept going, and they started putting the wall sheathing on. So they got maybe 50% of the wall sheeting done in here. So maybe not even 50%, but it's just progress. And you can see we have, from the front of the house, you'll see 5 beams sticking out. So you'll see that one sticking out. You'll see that one sticking out. That one, and then this one down here. So that was the kind of the front view look. You'll just see it sticking over because this is in the back of the house. So if you're in the front, you'll see the front of the house first, the existing house, and then the addition. You'll just see this sticking over the top. So anyways, they put up some wood to cover the old doorway and that sort of thing, just to seal up the house a little bit while we're still living here. And there is a spot right here where you can kind of just see straight through the house, so I might grab some wood and cover that a little bit, just to be on the safe side. But you can see there's our old soffits. They're not in good condition at all, so that may be a future thing I can show this side as well. So you can see the old rot, and just that's what it looks like. And so you can see that post holding up that section is landing right on this header across this window. So I really hope whoever built that window, they did the right way to build that header, because it is holding all that weight up there. And then what else? Yeah, so these beams back here, we've seen them use these beams. This big, long, giant one, we've seen them use that, I think, twice, basically. It was on top of this smaller LVL here, and then they brought it all the way up on top of this smaller LVL, and then after it was up, they did this 2x6 framing along here in the middle, and then they took it back down. So I don't know if it's gonna be used at all, if it's gonna go on the outside. They did this on both sides, so maybe it was just there to get the project going or something, not really sure. What else is happening? They knocked out back here. This is where we're gonna have basically floor-to ceiling window. So they had some framing in there, but they removed it so that can get straightened out, and we'll have a giant window in the back. I noticed, I don't know if you can see it too well in the video, but these, what are those 2x6s or 2x8s in the ceiling there. Those, they look like a different color than the 2x6s. They must be 2x8s. They look like they're a different color, and they almost look like cedar. I'm sure, I would guess we're not paying for cedar for these, but anyways, they look like they're a different color. I don't know if that's just something to help with waterproofing or roof strength or who knows what. Anyways, they look different to me. And I was gonna show the roofing. So not only did they get all the decking on the roof and some of the sheathing done, but they also got some material onto the roof as well. It's like tar paper or something. So I can see it over there. I think it says Rhino Roof synthetic roofing underlayment. So they got that up there. I don't know if there's more coming. We're supposed to have a metal roof up there. It looks like this is some of it, and you can see in here the they have tarps. Yeah, the tarps are just temporary, obviously, and the house, those 2x4s are not part of that house. That's just temporary to hold that up there. But we really have a roof over our heads here. And yeah, I've done a lot of investigation about building science for a lot of these pieces, but once you get up into these top plates, I have not done hardly any research on those, so I don't know much about anything above that. So I'm really interested to see like all the details that go into that part and the insulation and the roof underlayments and all that. So I'm gonna look up Rhino Roof and find out more about that product. But yeah, I think that is kind of what they got done today. And a side project, I'm gonna have to move this. I was already planning to do it, but I'm gonna have to move this spigot over. I'm hopefully I'll just move it over like 7 inches right here or something like that. But you couldn't get, sheathing or siding on with that there, and we're almost going to be too tight next to this, so that was almost an oversight there. But all right, I think that wraps up what did I say, day 47 of the project. So it's happening.